Hey, good morning, afternoon, or evening. If we haven't already met, I'm Betty. Hope you're settled in with your beverage of choice appropriate to the hour. Although you can't tell, I'm sitting here in my PJs with a steaming hot cup of coffee this morning. With today's subject, though, I kind of wish it was a White Claw. You know, the Bartles and James of 2024. Anyway, my parents are both in their mid-80s. They live independently about 2 hours away from me. Neither of them drive anymore, and man, what a relief it was when they finally signed the car over to me and let me drive it away, which was only a few months ago. Mom's short-term memory is Swiss cheese, and she's on a walker outside now. And we have a less than stellar relationship, so there's that. Dad has been declining physically over the past 2 years to the point that I'm actually kind of surprised he's still hanging in there. He's now on a walker full-time, has COPD, he's almost blind for macular degeneration, and he's has diagnosed mild. He's on a walker full-time, he has COPD, has cardiac issues, he's almost blind from macular degeneration, which is really, really weird. He sees things. He sees purple people walking around. Like, really weird. Anyway, he also has the diagnosed mild cognitive decline. And yes, they absolutely should be in assisted living. This time last year, they were in assisted living, but that's a story for another time. So we found out a few weeks ago that Dad has cancer. 2 different ones, they said, lung and colon. 2 cancers at the same time. Not an overachievement. I took him to the big city a couple days ago to get a test done for the colon cancer. Great news there. The doctor couldn't find a tumor. He found a polyp and took a biopsy, so now we're waiting for the results of that. But on the drive home the next day, he had a bit of a heart issue that he had to take his nitro for. He was fine 10 minutes later, but still. Next up is a visit with a lung cancer specialist to see about possible surgery. I'm really not even sure why he's seeing this guy. With his age, cardiac issues, and CPOD, I can't imagine he's a good risk for that kind of surgery. He's already had a consultation with another doctor who says there's a possibility of doing radiation treatments. This is exhausting, both physically and mentally. Driving almost 4 hours round trip to spend 2 hours up there just dealing with their things. Trying to deal with my own things while dealing with their things. Trying to get them to let me handle their very important things that they still think they can handle, even though it's really obvious that they can't. Dealing with my emotions, knowing that my dad is leaving us soon, and the end isn't likely to be pretty. And dealing with what the am I going to do with Mom when that happens? And really, how do I avoid stressing out on my amazing husband while all of this is happening? My older brother was supposed to be the one dealing with this, but he up and died on us a few years ago, so now it's all on me. To be honest, I'm not all that happy about it. So, those of you who have or are dealing with stubborn elderly parents with serious health issues, how do you keep your sanity? How do you handle your own emotions around it? Please let me know in the comments. Anyway, I need to get laundry started. Next week I'm taking them to the town I grew up in, the place Dad was the happiest, for one last visit, and I've got some planning and packing to do. Hey, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss stories about that trip. Oh, and it would totally help my channel if you go and hit that thumbs up button. And as Bartles and James always said, thank you for your support. Later.